Good evening, everybody. This is Psychic Liz Cross from psychiclizcross.com. It is Sunday, August the 13th at 7:08 p.m. Central Time. Somebody says it's party time. I agree. I just felt like doing a live show. So we're all here. These are the group members. A lot of them are from the CTT group that we do every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central. And we are going to focus on what the soul defines as lack. So basically, we had a little chat before we hit the record button. What we're doing is we're delving into this whole manifestation process, and we're understanding why it is so difficult to manifest, right? It's insanely difficult. And the reason is because your soul has made this contract about how much you're going to have, what you're not going to have, what you're going to struggle with, what you need, what you don't need, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And unless your soul is ready to move forward with regards to, allowing you to have a little bit more, you have to understand what the lack means in your life. Give me just 1 second, guys. Give me just 1 second. So we have all of our victims here, and I'm just going to call on them one by one, as I call it. I'm going to go for about an hour. Let's see who we have. All right, let's go with Stephanie. I'm going to let you unmute here and let's have a chat. Stephanie, how are you?
Hi, thanks, Liz. This is so incredibly exciting. I know you're doing the lack, but I had one question. You did a video about the lottery the other day, which was amazing. And I wondered what spirit thinks of those quick picks, like the machine pick. Is there any significance to those, or that's a waste of money?
Ooh, that's a good question. Is there quick picks a waste of money? Not necessarily. I'm getting no, they're not necessarily a waste of money. It's just randomized. Are they, how is it randomized? I'm going to pull let me pull the lottery equipment in here. I'm grabbing it as an entity. How is it randomized? It's mathematically randomized. So are the numbers already pre-picked? And then when you go to buy them, it just then generates like the next number in the queue? No, it actually randomizes them right then and there. But it's all done mathematically. So yes and no. I mean, if it's in your soul contract to be successful at the pick 3, then I would, then roll with it. There was a lady, somebody in the group told me there was a lady like back in the 60s or 70s, and she did the power of positive thinking. I think that was her. I can't remember her name offhand. I'm so sorry. If you do know, drop it in the chat. But she used to win like all the sweepstakes and the coupons, and she used to win all these prizes all the time. And so that's where the sort of the law of attraction, I think, started, is with her, because she says, I always think positive. Now, for you, Stephanie, it is not within your soul contract to be very successful at the pick 3. So I just saved you a lot of money. However,
that lady, you know what? I was going to create a mind probe for that lady. Her name is Helen Hadsell, Hadsell.
You know what? If you can and submit that to my website, that would be great. psychiclizcross.com. So let's talk about your lack, because I do feel like, and as long as you don't mind me sharing, I do feel like there's this constant struggle. It's always just like, I've just got enough to get by. Okay. And you always seem to have enough somehow, but it's always just enough to get by. And I feel like for you, there's like many traps involved. Okay. So I feel like there's the house trap, and I feel like possible relationship trap, and there's the job trap. I just feel like there's so many traps. And what you do, and this is very normal. Okay. This is what being on the earth plane is about. It's moving from one trap to the other. However, yours don't seem to get any better. Yours all seem to be on the same level. So you're just like going sideways. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Why is she just moving sideways? Okay, so now I'm talking to your soul. I don't want her to get ahead. Okay. Why do you not want Stephanie to get ahead? Because when the soul gives me information like this, it becomes very frustrating, because I know I get frustrated with my own soul. Don't think that you guys are the odd one out. I'm the same. Most psychic mediums are poor. So what do you mean by, I don't want her to get ahead? So here's your answer. Your soul just said to me, I don't want her to get ahead because it keeps her advanced in her thinking. Okay. And I'm saying, what do you mean by advanced in her thinking? It keeps her soul searching. So you're constantly, and this is a typical, actually, this is a very normal answer. The soul is like, yeah, by keeping you down, that keeps you sort of motivated, and it keeps you on this quest of constantly searching for a way out. And as you're searching for a way out of all these traps, you are just learning so much. You're taking in information all over the place. It's almost information overload for you. And so what you're doing is but your soul never lets you out of the trap. It just keeps you going over more material, more material, more material. And then you're trying to process that material. Okay. And as you're processing, you're like, okay, I'm more enlightened, but I'm no better off financially. Does that make sense?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. So this is where, and you come to the group. So this is where this needs work. Okay. And you have got to say to your soul, hey, we need to strike a deal here, because I'm trying to move forward with my conscious mind, but you're actually pulling me back. And we've got to strike some sort of agreement, some sort of deal where you allow me to be rewarded for my research, not breadcrumb me. Your soul is like breadcrumbing you. Y'all, here's a little bit. Here you go. Here's a little morsel. Chew on that for a little while, and then you start getting a little excited. So then you're getting more information, and then you're getting breadcrumbed again. But it's never the big loaf of bread, right? It's always just these little crumbs. And so you're going to have to come to some agreement with your soul on that matter. Does all of that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does. Thank you so much, Liz. This is awesome.
Well, you're welcome, darling. Well, thank you for being here. And I'm going to go on to the next one, Stephanie. I'll see you tomorrow for group. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you're welcome. And if you could mute yourself again, that would be great, because I don't even know how to do that. I've lost you. All right. So let's go. Here we go. There you go. You muted yourself. Thank you. These pictures are all moving around and nobody's staying in one spot. All right, let's go. Where did Sonia go? Because Sonia is brave enough to show her face. There she is. Sonia's waving. Here she is. Okay. How do we unmute you? I have no idea. Sorry about this, audience at home. Oh, you're unmuted.
Yeah.
You did it yourself. Well done. Yes. How are you?
I am so thrilled to meet you.
And you, thank you. I see all your comments on the YouTube, by the way.
Well,
so
huge fan of yours and everybody on the channel.
Thank you so much. So, what is it that you're looking for in your life?
Honestly, I'm 60 years old right now, and my
Girl,
husband
you
and I
don't look it. You don't look it.
you're sweetheart. We would love to be able to retire in about 4 years and get an RV and hit the road and see the country. You know, we've spent our whole lives working, and so right now I don't see it happening, but financially.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'd like to know, you know, I do have enough. I don't go hungry. I have a roof over my head, but there's never more than enough.
Mhm.
So
That's
I'm
the
not
biggest
why.
problem. Well, sorry to cut you off there. That's the biggest problem. When we're doing all of these manifestation techniques, as I said before I hit the record button, we tend to manifest what we need, but not what we want, right?
Yeah,
I need
yes,
a roof over my head. I need a new job. I need money to fix my tire. I need, this or that. I need food on the table. We seem to be able to get just what we need, but whenever we want to manifest over and above that, that's where the difficulties come in. And what it is the conscious mind, which is separate from the brain, right? The conscious mind is saying, excuse me, the conscious mind is saying, I want, this will make my life easier. I want to travel. I want to do this. I want to retire. I want to live this particular way. Hey, I deserve it. I've worked hard. But then the soul is going, no, we've got some lessons here. So as I look into you, and of course, you being with another person and you want to retire, that works in unison. So if you guys are trying to manifest things and other people that are close to you are going to be affected by your manifestation, like, hey, if I get $1 billion, I'm going to give my kids this and I'm going to give that my family that. Okay, guess what? Now you've just brought in all these other soul contracts into the equation. And if they're not supposed to benefit, then you can forget it. Because if you're going to be, the person, the generous person to give and share, then, and they're not supposed to, then that also stops you from manifesting. So you all have to be careful with that.
okay,
Okay. Now, I don't feel you're supposed to travel as much as you want to.
okay,
And I'm saying to your soul, why will you not let Sonia travel? Like, what is the deal with that? I feel what you're going to do, your soul is saying, is you're going to be going and continuing some sort of education. I feel like you're going to start taking classes. I feel like your path is completely different to what you think it's going to be. Yes, you will have some travel, but as far as like dedicating your life on the road, I don't see that. I feel like part of your soul's journey is taking in some more information. I don't know why this seems health related. What sort of job do you do?
well, my husband has really bad knees and he's got high blood pressure. Uh,
Mm,
plus he's got, you know, he looks like he's 9 months pregnant, and for him to get around and do a whole lot is difficult.
mhm,
So, you know, there's all these things I would love to be able to go and do,
mhm.
but because of his situation, we don't get to do a lot.
And that is why some people, not you, but that is why some people that are single in a lifetime and they don't understand why they've never been with anybody or why aren't they allowed to be married or have a life partner, it's because the life partner would slow them down and their
Yeah,
soul has actually set it up in a particular way that they're supposed to be on this single path of ascension and accomplish something. It could be in many past lives they've had multiple children and they've never been able to accomplish anything, so in this lifetime they're single. Now I feel like you guys are going to be doing things that are health related. I feel like you're going to really delve into the health stuff and going into the health stuff. And I do feel like you're going to be doing some gardening as well. And I feel like this is really nurturing to the soul. And it's going to make you feel much more connected than you are now. Because I feel like right now you're just kind of, eat, sleep, work, eat, sleep, work. There's not a lot in
Yeah.
between there. Okay.
Yes.
This part of slowing down is making you at one with the earth plane and really understanding your purpose on the earth plane. And I feel like by getting involved in like this gardening and this health and walking, I feel I can see like long hikes in nature. I don't know if that's something you like to do. Me personally, I no, that's not me. I don't like snakes. I don't like bugs. My idea of camping is a room is a hotel without room service. Seriously. Um, but you guys that love to camp and be out in nature and bitten by mosquitoes, you guys have a great time with that. Yeah, so I feel like that's where you're headed, and you're really going to start questioning like the earth plane, the planets,
Yeah.
the magnetic pull. That's what I think is your destiny. Now that is why your soul is holding you back. It's
Okay.
simply, and that's why, in retire, because you guys aren't extravagant spenders. I don't see that.
No, not at
You're,
all.
you're not big spenders. You're happy living on minimal. And
Yes.
that's great. Because that's a big test for a lot of people. When they retire, having to live on minimal is really hard. But for you guys, you're just now going to be able to work on yourselves. If you're on the road all the time and you're meeting people and you're not really settled and you're just going places and looking at things, you're not going to take this internal self discovery journey. That's what's set up for your soul. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. And I've also, I have registered to take a mediumship course. So you're,
Ooh.
you're right on. I mean, everything is right on target.
Did you register with Owen, my friend Owen?
No,
He's
no. But
wonderful.
it was, of channeling Eric.
Oh yeah. They're good too. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, those of you that are looking to take a mediumship course, you need to reach out to my friend Owen. He's wonderful, but they're good people too at Channeling Eric. But Owen, you reach out to him at OWENWLL at AOL.com and tell him Liz sent you. Tell him Crazy Liz. He'll say yeehaw in the most British accent you could possibly imagine. All right. Well, thank you, Sonia. And thank you for being here. Nice to meet you. Now I know who you are when you comment on all my videos. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. If you know how to mute yourself, I'd greatly appreciate it.
You bet.
Thank you, darling. All right. Now, I'm trying to go in order here, and I'm so sorry if I screw it up. Please, I am not a perfect person by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I'm very imperfect. But I think that's to learn more. Hilda, Enid, hello. Here, I'm going to unmute you. Okay, you can unmute now. You were the first one in the room this evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you. What would you like to know?
Well, I want to have a better health. My health is very bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Tell
that's
me
interesting
something.
too.
Tell
So
me something. Okay, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. So basically, like, this is interesting as well because the reason, there's a reason for everything that
Yeah.
happens. Okay.
Mhm.
And even like if you, like for me, you need to lose a few pounds or, maybe you don't get to the gym or whatever it is, or people smoke or they drink too much or they eat too much chocolate, whatever it is that we all like to indulge in. But there's always a reason. So let me take a look at your soul and ask your soul, what's going on with health? Okay. So here's the thing. Your body is restricting you, but your mind is not. Okay. So what, again, this is a similar type of lesson. This is a similar type of message, which is, yeah, in order to finish out this spiritual journey that you're on, we got to keep you in one place, because I feel before your health went bad, you were on the go 24/7. There was no stopping you. You were on your feet. You were always a hard worker. You were going from one job to the next, or you were cleaning and cooking or doing whatever. You never stopped. And this is the soul's way of making you slow down. And now, what are you doing? You're forced to take stock of what's going on, who you are, what's your purpose, how to gain enlightenment. And so the health problems do stand for something. And this is, again, every time you guys are getting this information, you need to find a way to communicate with the soul. And you need to say to the soul, hey, I appreciate what you're trying to do for me, but you've made these contracts, and you've made these contracts with the health problems or whatever it is. Could be bad relationships, terrible jobs, in order to trap me for whatever particular defined reason by the soul, but it's not working. Because you see, when we're making these contracts, and those of you in the CTT group have heard me talk about this before, when we're making those contracts up in the spirit world, we're filled with joy and love and excitement. Most of us, not all, most of us. And we can't wait to come down here, and I can't wait to ascend. And I don't, I want to learn this and I want to learn that. And let's just put as many difficulties and obstacles in the way as possible. This is going to be magnificent. And then we come down the tunnel, and then we're living it. And we're like, you know what? This is total BS. Why on earth did we do this? And why on earth would I contract like all these problems? But see, the soul knows that if you didn't have these health issues in place, there would be no stopping you. So this was the soul's way of stopping you. Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense. It's true.
So talk to your soul and ask your soul, hey, you need to alleviate some of this burden so I can do a little bit more, be a little bit more active, and I will be committed to my spiritual journey.
Okay.
And we can work on that in the CTT group. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay. Thank you, Liz. Love you.
Thank you. Love you. Okay, my
Bye.
darling. Bye. All righty. Who's my next victim? Let's go to Diane here. Diane. Here we go. You can unmute now. There you are. Hi, darling. How are you?
Oh my God, thank you so much, because I have to go to work soon. Oh my God. I was thinking, thank you for calling me.
You're so
I was so
welcome.
afraid I was going to miss it because I have to leave soon.
No. What's going on with you? How's your day?
Oh, well, actually, I sent you a question earlier, but anyway, how's my day? What is blocking my manifestation?
Ooh.
I mean, I know it's a lot of trauma. I know it's a lot of stuff, and I just don't believe I'm meant to be poor forever. I really don't.
Don't we all, girl? Don't we all? That's how we all feel. Please, can you stop with the poverty? So let's do this. I feel that I still feel like you're going to move. And I know I've told you that before. I still feel that for you. But right now, I feel like that move is being blocked. You still have some lessons to learn. Now, the lessons that you have to learn before you're allowed to get out of this trap and be able to move and be comfortable and actually be happy and live life is to understand your self-worth and that none of this is your fault. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to share it here because this is going out on YouTube, but none of this is your fault. And it's about finding your self-love. I'm pulling this from your soul. Finding your self-love, your self-worth, your confidence. I feel like your confidence has been absolutely destroyed for many years. And
Yes.
it's about having those things intact. And once you do, you will be allowed to move forward. Okay. And your transition will happen very quickly and smoothly, actually. It'll just be like bam, 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 right? It'll all fall into place. But they're not, your soul's not going to let you go unless you learn these lessons. So those are definitely your blockages.
How quickly can I learn my lessons if I do everything I'm supposed to do? CCT, meditation, all of it.
How quickly? I feel it could just be a matter of months. If you are really dedicated and you are going through and you are processing all of this stuff that happened and all of these people, I feel like that you could really move quite quickly in your consciousness expansion. You're doing all the right things, but of course you're trying to work this in between working and having to, live a somewhat normal life existence. But your problem is, I find that a lot of the time is spent worrying and stewing over things, right?
Over what people think of me, which is not the truth. And it's shame and humiliation. That's what I'm,
And
yeah.
who cares what they think?
That's what I have to get over. That's where I have to be.
You know what I mean? That's where you need to be. You have to be at a place that says, you know what? You didn't go what I went through. So your opinion of me doesn't matter. You have absolutely no idea. And just keep working, go through those videos on the Consciousness Transformation Technique channel. Those videos are there for anybody to use at any time. You can use it as much as you want, but you really are going to have to regain that confidence, because I feel like this has been an absolute destruction of your being since day one.
Yes. Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And my sister passing away recently has freed me. So I have to free myself. So,
you do.
Yeah.
And these are emotional and mental traps.
Okay. So when I can get out of these traps, then I can move on.
Yeah. Yeah. But your soul is going to keep you there so that you have these reminders every day. This is what you need to work on. Hello. That's why we get trapped in certain situations. A lot of people think that running away is going to solve their problems. It never does. It's better to solve the problems and then run away. Okay? Because a lot of times when people run away from the problems, all they do is attract the same problems, but a whole new group of people. And you don't want that.
No. Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, my love. Have a nice evening at work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
darling. Bye. All right. My next victim. Here we go. Rebel without a cause. Rebel, are you there? Let's see. I thought I've unmuted you. Oh, it won't unmute you for some reason. Ask to unmute. Okay, there you go. Are you there? Rebel?
Oh, sorry about that. I have to step over here real quick. Sorry, Liz. Okay, so thank you so much for everything you've done for me and my family. I really, really appreciate it. I just have a quick question on, in regards to manifesting a life where maybe me and my husband can be in sync a little more.
Mhm.
So he would love to eventually travel once he retired. I don't mind doing that, but I have a mind of where I want to help make the world a better place. And I think I've kind of told you what they are. And so I was wondering if that's actually, with me trying to get into this new master degree in AI, is this too big of a dream? Is this something, I mean, is it like, should I even bother like taking it? Would it
Mm.
even make a difference? Would I make enough money to achieve the dreams? If not, should I just go back to what I used to do and just, do the same thing over and over and don't even bother?
Those are all really good points. So, we're all, even when we're working towards something, we're trying to manifest something, right? So, going back to college or taking on a new skill or, going for a new job, that is all manifestation as well. It's just more consciousness manifestation. It's like, I know what, and it's attainable as well. Should she keep going to pursue the AI? I think you should. Okay.
Yep.
This is where things are going. I feel like there needs to be an emphasis on security more than anything, is what I'm getting for you. So
Okay.
that's where people are going to be needed. Now, down in the great big state of Texas, because I do a lot of readings out of the great big state of Texas, a lot of people from Austin. Austin sounds like a happening place. I need to go there. They have these
I'll
roles,
be happy to meet up with you.
and we'll go for a tea in the
Yeah.
blazing hot sun at 120-degree weather.
Yep.
It'll have to be iced tea. That's okay. I drink iced tea as well. So there's these new job roles now that are called Chief AI Officer, right? So what these Chief AI Officers are going to do, they're going to be the ones in charge of the AI aspect of these companies. And their role is to see how AI can actually benefit them or the company as a whole. So what jobs, and it's a kind of a nasty role, really, what jobs, what can make the company run much more smoothly using AI as opposed to whatever it is they're using at the moment. So that's another thing that you could possibly go for, which is the Chief AI Officer. But actually, as I'm saying that, I have your grandmother here, as always, and she's saying, no, you need to go for something in security. That's where the money's going to be.
Security, AI, but related to security?
Yes, security as in AI, because what's going to happen, she's telling me, I get your grandma must be very computer literate in the spirit world. She's sending emails from heaven. What she's telling me is, with the advanced AI technology, there's going to be increased security breaches, right? So now it's going to be easy, obviously, to copy everybody's voice. We're already starting to see that. Copy everybody's information and hacking on a mass scale like we've never seen before.
Okay.
I see.
So
sorry, sweetie. For those of you out there that do this voice recognition banking, don't do it. Okay? Because if that gets hacked into, then they have a copy of your voice. And even though these banks are trying to force us all to do this voice recognition technology, don't do that. I refuse to do it every single time. Okay, does that help you?
Yeah, so it's not security as in the stock and all that financial security. You're talking about the actual security where breaches happen.
Yes. Network
Okay.
security. Yes.
Security. Okay. So does that mean I'm gonna have enough money to to do my dreams?
They are going to, I want you to do your dreams. And you know
Yeah.
why. You know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
But yes, because to stop them from being drained of millions, actually, grandma says, not millions, Liz, billions of dollars, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be worth their while to pay someone who can go in and really tighten up the controls in the AI or in the technology industry. And you're going to have to stay on top of this stuff because AI, as it's coming out, it's tech is about to start. You know, we had tech move quickly before, and now we've had a bit of a lull recently. Now it's about to really move very quickly again. And they're going to need someone like you to stay on top of that. So I'm getting security is really, it needs to be the emphasis.
Okay. Thank you so much, Liz. I really
You're
appreciate
welcome,
it. Love
sweetie.
you.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. All right. I got Moon Hippie. I don't know who Moon Hippie is. Moon Hippie, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I love your videos. I learned so much. Thank you so much.
Well, I love y'all too. Thank you. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Like the first time I ever went out on you. So just quickly, those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know this, right? I was working with a guy named Craig. And he was like, wow, Liz, that was a great reading. I'm going to put you on YouTube. I was like, no, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. And he says, okay, I'm hitting the record button. And I went out on YouTube and then I got all these like thumbs up and likes. I was like, people actually want to listen to me. Oh my God, that's so weird.
Oh yeah.
How can I be of service to you, my darling?
Well, been through, I wouldn't say been through the trenches, but I have a question. I would like to know, where am I at? Because you talked about the what is it? Oh God, I forgot. I didn't think I was going to get picked. Where am I at regarding, like you mentioned?
Oh, I know what you're asking me. What level are you on?
Yes, and am I going to stay on that level in this lifetime? Am I going to move up?
Oh,
Am I going to move
those
up?
are great questions. Okay, that's a great question. Okay, and that has to do with the soul, right?
Yes, yes.
So I find level ones are very like basic kind of existence. Trees, plants, animals, not complex animals, right? But like, you know, rodents and insects and fish and things like that. Now, as we're moving into a more complex existence, like dolphins and you know, complex animals that are really have a bit more brain capacity, but not as much as the human brain capacity, those tend to be on level 2. And then we're all working to keep working upwards, right? So then we have level 2, then we have level 3, and level 4 is on the earth plane. Level 5 is off the earth plane. And then, then we go into these angelic statuses 6, 7, and then eventually we get reabsorbed back into source. So source created us, cut us from, so like broke off a piece of itself, and then gave us this individual, and then through all of our lifetimes and our experiences and our past lives, and we're building this character of the soul. And so you are actually at a level 3, okay, which is quite good, I must say. Most people are usually still in 2. Some people are in 3. I don't think I've come across anyone in level 4 as of yet. Those are highly evolved, spiritually evolved people. But I see that you're in level 3. Now, in level 3, I find financially, things are a little easier than our previous existences, but there's still a new wave of struggles. And
Right.
I feel like you've got quite a ways to go in level 3. So I feel like you're going to have many lifetimes in level 3. Let's ask your soul, what is it that Moon Hippie needs to know about her soul so that she can expand her consciousness? So here's the thing. The big war is trusting the universe, because you don't trust anybody.
Yeah. True.
I feel that you have been through the ringer
Yeah.
in so many lifetimes, including this one. And I feel that there is this massive distrust, and not only a massive distrust with everybody else, and it's almost like the world is against me. Okay. But also there's a massive distrust within you. And you're saying, I don't even trust myself, let alone everybody else. And please don't ask me to trust the universe. So I would work on that trust, because that's a blockage. You guys did, and this is nothing that I haven't seen before. That's a huge blockage. If you don't trust the universe to take care of you, guess what the universe is not going to do? It's not going to take care of you in the way that you want to, especially when you're trying to manifest, because that distrust is like a wall, and the universe is trying to hand you things, and you're saying, yeah, no thanks, I don't trust whatever it is you have in store for me, so on to the next one. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Good. Well, I hope that helps you, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And what a beautiful
Thank you.
picture. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye. All right. Who's next in the chair? Who's next? All right, we got Stacy. Let's see if I can unmute Stacy. There she is. Hey. Oh, wait a minute. Are you muted again? Stacy, are you there?
I'm here.
Yay! Hi, Stacy. Oh,
Hi.
there you are. And you're showing your face too. Wow, brave. I like your glasses.
Thank you. They're my fashion statement. So I've been following you for a little while, not as long as some people. So I'm still trying to unravel what everything's about. But I want to know, I guess, in my soul purpose, is it to, I feel like if I'm not creating, that I can't like live, I had been on some medication when my dad died, because I told the doctor I didn't want to feel anything. And it got to the point where I couldn't even paint or write or anything. And I felt like so much was missing from me. And I just want to know how that'll play out in my soul contract. And every time I start to manifest or meditate, I want to fall asleep.
Oh no.
Stop that.
That's like yoga. I went to yoga once and they said, lay on the floor and breathe. Okay. I fell asleep. I was like, is the class over? Wait a minute. I thought we were just getting started. So here's the thing. When you guys are tuning in, and I'm saying this for the benefit of everybody listening, there's a lot of manifesting and meditation videos out there on YouTube. You have no idea the intentions, and I've said this before, you have no idea the intentions that are behind those manifesting videos or those YouTube videos or the meditations. They could have intentions behind those audios or videos that are, okay, I'm going to put this person in a slight hypnotic state, and I'm going to still their soul and their power, and to make me more powerful. That's a problem. So somebody just said, I listened to Joe Tracy. Joe Tracy is approved. I like Joe Tracy. I also like Deepak Chopra, however you
I
pronounce
listen to him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
But I don't listen to a lot of meditation on there because I'm not sure what's legit. So I and I always pray for the white light of protection and stuff around me to start, because I do come from a family that has like some psychic abilities and stuff, and I'm trying to sharpen my own, because I do get a lot of visitation and dreams from deceased people and stuff, and I know that that's what that is. And even sometimes I've had dreams that have foretold death and stuff like that, so I know that somewhere in here I have that ability, and I'm trying to sharpen that ability.
By
And
lowering your, sorry, let me just cut in here. Let me give you this. By lowering your brain waves. So your brain waves have to be really low in order for the information to come in. That's why people have visitations during their sleep. Okay. It's a really comfy time for you to have these moments where loved ones in spirit, and that goes for everybody, loved ones in spirit can come in safely. You know, the whole thing where we pray before we go to sleep, you know, now lay me down to sleep, whatever it is you guys do. There's a reason for that, because when your brain waves are lowered, that is a gateway for spirit to enter. And it's also a gateway for you and your consciousness to travel on the astral plane. Now, if you know remote viewing, you will know how to control that. But that's a whole other conversation. For you, the problem is going numb with your emotions. Your creativity is the expression of your emotions, and disconnecting from those emotions means that you're not creative. And the soul, what I'm getting, is screaming out, wake up, wake up. It's saying, you know,
and I did. It's so funny you should say that, because I did, and I've been painting nonstop since.
That's great. And your soul has messages in these paintings, and it's also very therapeutic for you. I feel like you could be doing a lot more. I'm like, she's painting nonstop. What do you mean she could be doing a lot more? And you're not displaying your work enough.
I agree. I'm afraid people won't like it.
Okay, that's a blockage, right? No, you can't do that, because I feel like your painting is actually very good, and it's very soothing and very calming. You know, when people are looking at artwork, what do they do? It's their emotional attachment to that artwork. You know, there's some people that have actually been so emotionally obsessed with artwork that they've gone in and slashed paintings because their soul can't bear the thought of anybody else being able to look at that painting because it spoke to them emotionally. So I feel, I'm not saying I'm going to come slash your work, but I feel that you are not putting your work out there enough for people to enjoy. And there's a lot of beautiful messages in that artwork. So that's a blockage. You've got to really become confident and be able to do that.
Okay, I agree. I mean, I don't put it out there a lot, just, you know, and I feel like it's subjective, and, you know, people look at it and feel different things as it relates to them, I guess. And so I feel like whatever message I'm putting out in it, because sometimes it's like once I start painting, I go into almost like a trance mode. And it almost feels like so comfortable, like it's almost like a hug or sleep while I'm painting. It's really hard to describe. And I just want people to get that from it.
Well, yeah, but they may not always. So everybody has different perceptions, right? You know that. Yeah. And so whatever emotional input you're putting in may be perceived differently by somebody else looking at your painting, but just know that that moment was actually soul contracted between you two to provide them with some sort of awakening. So I think you should be putting your work out there, if that helps.
It does help a lot.
Awesome.
Thank you. It does.
Well, thank you for being here, and your glasses are so cool. I just love them so much, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, on to my
you.
next victim. All right, who it? Oh, it's a new person. New Isafer. Isafer, are you there? Isafer, are you there?
Hello,
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, great. What would
Thank
you
you.
like to know?
Yeah, I live in Portugal. I'm a teacher. I'm 63. I'd like to know if I will be able to finish my career these 2 years that I have left.
No,
No,
I don't feel, oh, you mean finish in 2 years or finish it? I'm sorry,
I
I'm
have 2 years to retire. In 2 years, I'm supposed to retire, but I'm not sure if I can
I don't
work for 2 more years.
You don't think, is she going to be able to work for 2 more years? No,
No?
no. I feel like you've got about 1 and a bit left. And that's okay because you have a lot of guilty feelings from walking away from that job. Okay. I feel that very strongly. It's almost as if I walk away, I'm not going to make that impact. You must be an excellent teacher. Because it's like, I'm not going to be able to make this impact. I feel really guilty, but I feel like I have to walk away to save myself. You really, really love to teach. You're like amazing because most teachers are burned out by age 30, right?
And I was once as well.
Certainly here in the States, once they've had a few chairs thrown at them, I mean, they walk out the door. It's probably very different in Portugal, but
No,
I just,
it's not. It's not
oh,
different.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, so I feel that the biggest part is the heartbreak and the grieving process when you leave the job. And I feel like it's going to take you a couple of years to get through that grieving process.
Okay.
But no, I don't feel like you're gonna stay there for the next 2 years. You're supposed to retire in 2 years, but I feel like you're leaving a little early.
Okay. Is that because of any health problem?
Because of a health problem? Possibly. They're not really telling me. Possibly, but maybe just burnout too, a little burned out. And also the opportunity to leave is there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you so much. And thank you for being here.
Yeah, can I ask just one other question?
Yeah.
Is there any lesson that I need to know to move on with my life?
Yeah, you've got to stop feeling guilty about everything all the time. It's like you feel insanely guilty. You blame yourself so much. You take so much responsibility on for the smallest things. Like you just take it to heart. You're very conscientious about everything that happens to everybody. And that's probably why you're such a good teacher. But you're really going to have to work on letting that go because some things are totally beyond your control. And you're just going to have to accept that and say that I did the best that I could and move on. I feel like you sit there replaying things over and over in your mind and you feel guilty. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's me. Yes.
You got to let that go. You've got to let that go for your own peace of mind.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
And one more thing, please. One more thing. Sorry. I'm doing the CTT sessions and I'm doing the previous ones. And is it safe to do maybe one session a day?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can do those as many as you like. Just make sure that you open responsibly and you close. As long as you're opening, following through and closing, you can do it as many times as you like. And that will certainly help you let go of those feelings of guilt and replay, because I can feel it. It like weighs heavy on your heart. And just replaying this scenario, even if it's something very minor over and over,
Yes.
So yeah, I would work on that for sure. And just, it's okay to let go. It is okay. You've done your time and we're
Once,
forever.
one time I was doing the lac a session of lac, and it was my house was the pipes were clogged. Is it because I didn't finish properly?
No, I feel like those pipes were clogged. So
Because
thank
it's
God.
in this house and in the other house, the beach house, it's the same with the bathroom. Suddenly, I had clogged pipes everywhere.
Wow. Is it because no? I think that just happened. So
Okay.
thank you
Okay.
so much, Isafer. Thank you. Take
Thank you.
care.
I
Bye-bye.
appreciate your work.
Oh, that was sweet. All right. Tiffany. Oh, wait. You know what? Before I do Tiffany, stand by. All units, stand by. Hang on, because somebody's like, Liz, I gotta go. Where did he go? Dave. Maybe he's gone. We lost Dave. Okay. Dave asked, Liz, why am I drawn to day trading? And I didn't get the rest of the message. I don't know where he's gone. Why are you drawn to day trading? Because it seems like within you, it feels like a quick fix. You're very impatient in the soul. Hopefully he'll hear this audio. I think he will. Yeah, he will. Spirit just said he will. You're very impatient in the soul, and you've really got to slow down and understand that everything is a process and everything takes time. I also feel that even in your outside of your day trading life, right? I don't want to wait for anything. So that's certainly a life lesson that you've got to contend with. All right. So I forgot who I was calling on now. My brain is getting fried. Oh, Tiffany. Here she is. Hold on. Let me unmute Tiffany. Tiffany, hello. Can you unmute yourself, Tiffany? Let's see. Ask to unmute. Let's try it again. Can you unmute yourself? There she is. Hey.
Hi, Liz.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is new and I'm a little nervous, but I'm so very excited. I honestly, I don't know where to go. I know I'm blocking my abundance some type of way. So I'm asking a question in regard to the lack.
Okay, so what does the lack stand for? Ooh. So, are you still in a relationship?
Yes.
So that's part of your soul contract. And the reason you have lack in your life is to be there for that person because that person really, really needs you. I feel like you are the rock, the support system. They couldn't be where they are today without you. And that's part of your soul contract. So blame them.
What? Liz, it's my husband, probably.
Give him a slap. But that's what it is. You've made this contract with this person and you're like, I'm going to support you wholeheartedly. And the reason you have that contract is because in previous lifetimes, they've always supported you. And this is their lifetime to shine while you support them. And they depend on you very, very, very much. I don't think you'll ever be without one another. But again, I would talk to not only, see, this is an interesting conundrum, isn't it? Because now you need to not only talk to your soul, but you're going to have to talk to their soul and say, I will still support you, but I need to do things for myself because right now your life is just revolving around that other person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, it absolutely does. But I do it because, of course, I love him. but I just feel like I just want to get out of the cocoon and fly, you know?
I know, but you guys are always together, many, many, many lifetimes together. And now it's his turn. And, but does that mean that you can't do something solid? No, it means that you have to, your area of work is going to have to be talking to not only your soul, but communicating with his soul, working on that soul contract, trying to elevate it a little bit more so that you can get some things going. Because I feel like you have a lot of ideas. I feel like you have a lot of business ideas that are really, really profitable, but you can't do anything because you're so busy trying to support him. Don't get discouraged. It's all good.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Mama. Thank you.
Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Thank you for being here. Tell him I said hello. You'll hate me now.
No, absolutely not. Love and light to you and your family, sweetheart.
Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Bye, my darling. Lots of love. All right. Where is my man? You know, I'm going to call on him. Can't stop, won't stop. Here we go. Are you there? Can't stop, won't stop.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. How are you?
Doing okay.
Great. What would you like to know?
Just what lack means to me.
Ooh. What does lack mean to you? Let me go in. The word gentle comes through. And because you have experienced and you're being blocked in so many ways, it causes you to be very gentle with a lot of people. And being gentle to people that need you to be gentle to them. And I'm talking about just like every day, in passing, saying a kind word, being helpful, being understanding, being empathetic, right? Really, empathy is coming through very strongly. And the reason you are like that is because of the lack. So you come to group, we can work on, and you know how to do CTT yourself. You need to work on something like, there's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully communicate with my soul for it to catch up with the conscious mind so that I can have abundance, joyful, don't forget the word joyful abundance in all areas of my life while still being kind, gentle, and empathetic. That part of my being is willing to inform the rest of me now. You really have such a gentle soul behind that hard exterior that I know, like, I know you're a black belt. I think at least one black belt, if not more. I wouldn't want to tangle with you ever. But behind that, right, karate chopping and taking people down, you're actually like one of the most gentlest people out there. And the world needs more people like you. So that's the reason for your lack. If that makes any sense whatsoever, I know it's very frustrating.
It sums up pretty well, probably my last 15 years.
Oh, well, I want you to obviously have that joyful abundance. I want us all to. And I think that it really is just trying to get your soul to get on board with that now and say, you know, times have changed. Don't forget, the souls have had many lifetimes where money and whatever it is that you guys are trying to manifest, were like, who needed money? Nobody. If they wanted land, they conquered a bit of land, or not even conquered it. They would just walk and say, oh, okay, this is a nice spot. I think we'll pitch our home here. And then, we did this for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And it was only until recently that money came into existence. I mean, maybe like the last 1,000 years or so. And then people, even in the US, right? People, when they first got here, what did they do? I'm not saying they were right, okay? But they found land and they farmed it or whatever they did. Now we all have to buy things. And money is twofold. Money is great because it allows us to have an easier existence if we have it. If we don't have it, we're screwed. And it becomes very difficult. So I would say to your soul, hey, it's 2023. You've really got to catch up. I will always be gentle. I will always have empathy, but you really have got to get on board with my conscious mind. So that's where you're headed.
Wow, thank you. Yes, that resonates.
Well, it's the least I can do for all the wonderful probes that you submit. By the way, guys, Can't Stop, Won't Stop submits a ton of probes, and they're always excellent, and everybody always loves them. So thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, and you're saying thank you. All right, next victim is Candace. All right, Candace, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We've got an
Well,
Aussie
actually, I've
here.
done
What
better.
time is it? What time is it over there?
Oh, it's a great time actually. It's 11:15 in the morning, so it's really sunny.
Oh, all right. All right. Good. It's not the middle of the night for you. That's good. Thank
No.
you for being here. How can I help you, darling?
Yeah, I just suppose I wonder, I have a feeling I know what my lack is, I think, but I don't know. I think it would be easier to know from you.
I tell you what,
It's so funny that
you tell me
I'll-
what you think it is.
I think that it's that I just lack like confidence in decision making. I feel like
There's a lot of fear. Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably in line with the lacking of confidence, but there's also a ton of fear there. It's, am I making the right decision? That, and the big fear of like stepping out of your comfort zone is huge for you. I feel like what I'm getting from your soul is I've been traumatized far too much. And so now I'm going to stay in this place of safety and try and live out my days. So what you're trying to do with your conscious mind is really move forward and have these very different experiences than what you're used to, but you've been trapped by this fear for so long. And the soul is like, hey, we're safe. Now, that's actually nothing unusual. I've seen that before. In fact, I'm working with a guy right now, and I tell you, we are trying to get his soul to move out of that place of comfort and safety, and it's hard work. For you, you're a little more flexible than he is, but I also feel like you're in circumstances, and I do know your circumstance because I remember your question now. That's supposed to be exactly as it is right now, because that's something you have to process and really elevate yourself and understand that soul contract that's going on with you and this other person right now. And understand that, you know, you always took the high road, because I know that you always do. I feel that very strongly. No matter what, you always take the high road, and you will look back on that and you will gain confidence because you always took the high road. That is a feather in your cap.
I do get to the high road. Sometimes I like sitting not so high though. But yeah, definitely. I think that it's like I always seem to just want some reassurance from someone outside of me, just to say like, oh, you're doing all right or whatever. And I just seem to get the complete opposite. So I think that I've got to not be asking people because I always don't get what I anticipate or what I hope or what I want. And then it just makes me second guess everything.
Yeah.
Because I have a good like idea that I want to do, but it's just that soul contract person is very good at making restrictions. Yeah, yeah, and breadcrumbing me very well.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's a manipulation. They've manipulated you for a very long time. And you've got to understand how textbook that manipulation actually is. Once you understand how textbook it is, I feel like you will be able to move forward in your consciousness ascension and expansion. Right now, you're right where you're supposed to be. Whether you like it or not, you will look back on it and you will have really understood the whole contract that you two have.
Because I am literally in like a predicament. It started like 5 minutes into you speaking in this chat, and I literally only have like that person to turn to right now to help me out with the situation. And like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to rely on them.
No, relying on a narcissist is never a good idea because they'll always turn and use it against you, and it gives them more ammunition to hate you. You have to understand the nature of narcissistic personality disorder. And if it's a very severe case of it, narcissists, they have to have justifications for, most of the time they're addicts. They have to justify their behavior. And what better way to justify than hate the person that's closest to them? So then they start making excuses. If you start depending upon a narcissist, all you're doing is you're justifying their behavior or giving them more justification for their behavior. I'm not saying you're justifying it, sorry, but you're giving them in their perceived mind more justification to keep continuing on with the bad behavior. So, narcissism is something that's really, really nasty. I've worked on many cases of really nasty narcissism, and it's never easy. Usually it's the person that comes to, what have I done wrong? I'm trying to get therapy for myself because I'm the cause of all these problems. And then about 5 or 10 CTT sessions in, they file for divorce. Right? So I know that's not your case, but that's what usually happens. So anyway, Candace, I feel for you.
Thank you
so much for being here, and much love to Australia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, my love. Lots of love. Bye. All right, guys, I'm kind of running out of psychic energy, but I'm going to try and keep going. All right, Shannon. Shannon, are you there, my darling? Where is she? Where is she? Shannon. Why is my ask to unmute not working? I have no idea. Geez. All right. Shannon, can you unmute yourself? There she is. Me? I can, darling. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Liz?
Oh, fine, thank you. And I got your probes that you've submitted. I see you have an affinity for pirates. I love pirates.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. There was Captain Hook. Did he really have a hook hand? I don't know. How can I help you, darling?
Life's purpose. I just feel so unsettled, I guess is the best word.
You felt that way for a while. Okay.
Yes.
Why? What are you doing? Let me ask your soul. What are we doing? Ooh, fear. Another fear one here. I feel like a lot of anxiety, like almost like chewing your fingernails. Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Does that make sense?
Sounds about right.
Okay. As long as you have both hands on the wheel, darling. Both hands on the wheel.
Yes.
Okay. Those of you in the CTT group will get that joke. We all know Shannon. It's internal. You're looking externally for how to solve this issue, but you've got to look inward and resolve the fear, because you're like, okay, what if I do this? Now I'm doing this. What if I'm missing out on doing that? So now I'm going to go do that. What if I'm missing out on something? So now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do that. And it's about being content within yourself and releasing that fear within and being comfortable. There's something that you're running away from in there, and I don't know what that is.
Okay. Yeah, that's very accurate.
Okay. You're running away from something. You may want to message me privately on that one someday.
Okay.
You're running away from something. It's an issue that needs to be resolved. I think I have an idea. I'm not going to say it here, but this is why you're unsettled. You actually are going to have to go inwards and resolve this issue. And when you resolve this issue, you will come out like a new woman. Trust me.
Ooh, okay. I'm definitely going to message you then. Yes.
Yeah, do that. Message me, because you're running away. It's like your soul keeps trying to pull you back, and you're like, see you later. I'm gone. I'm out of here. The conscious mind, I am not going back to that. I do not want to think about that. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to relive that. So whatever it is you're running away from, that has to be resolved.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But you'll feel better once you do. Trust me.
Thank you so much, Liz.
You're welcome, sweetie. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here tonight. I really appreciate you all coming tonight. You're all just wonderful. Francisco, you don't have your hand up. Who else has it? Have I gotten to everybody? No, I haven't. Jennifer. Let's see. Jennifer, are you there, darling?
Hi, I am.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you. So I'm questioning if studying energy is where I'm supposed to be doing to help the greater good of all mankind. And if that's my path, and if there's still anything that I need to, I feel like I've worked through it a lot, but.
Okay. Sorry, what was the first part? Something about energy.
Right, raising vibrations. I'm doing a couple different modalities, and am I supposed to be working on that, and how? My experiences and events, and does it tie together?
She's supposed to be working on vibration. I feel like that's only a small part of it. I feel like there's so much more for you to be working on.
I know.
But that's the path.
That's my first step I'm supposed to do.
Well, that's the first step. That's the pathway. And what happens is the universe will show you the rest of the way. I went through a very similar awakening. Okay. So I can tell you from my own experience, I started out as a medium, right? I'm channeling. It was so rusty. Oh my God. It was like, what are they telling me? What? And then I just was led into more and more. And then I was led into remote viewing, and then I was led into CTT, and then I'm leading into other things. Spirit will lead the way, but I feel like that's your starting point. I do see.
I'm already kind of doing it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a channeler?
No, but everyone is telling me. So, and I'm already in Owen's class. We haven't talked about, we're on his first class. So I got to do that next. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be channeling on stage or something, but how do I just get my foot in the door to keep it going?
Oh, well, Owen will teach you. He's a very good teacher. I started out not with Owen as my teacher, but I started out in the so I was doing my mediumship, and then I was like, okay, I need to do more than just, I need to do more. And so I started out in the psychic circles of London. Every summer I was in all the spiritualist churches.
I know. I listen to you all the time say that, and I wish I lived there.
Yeah. Oh, that was you. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, you're in the right spot. You'll meet loads of people and you'll find your way. Owen is a fantastic teacher. You're very lucky to have him.
I know we love
there's
him.
a lot of, yeah, he's great. There's a lot of fantastic teachers out there, but you guys have to bear in mind he's what, 82?
Oh, he
He may
doesn't
not be
seem
teaching.
that way at all.
I know he's so young, isn't he? He's lovely.
All right, so keep
So
on track. Just keep unfolding.
you have to keep on track. And for those of you who are wondering what we're talking about, you need to take Owen's class, OWENWLL@AOL.com. Tell him Liz sent you. All
I
right, my
posted it in the
darling.
chat.
Well, thank you so much. And
Thanks, love.
tell
Thanks, love.
Owen I said hi, please.
I will. Next Saturday.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, love. Bye.
All right. I can probably do a couple of more, guys. I'm kind of getting tired. And I still got to go clean my kitchen. People must think, wow, Liz, you're psychic. You must like be psychic all day. Actually, I'm cooking and cleaning because I have all boys and they're all always hungry. All always hungry. Oh, Lee says, pick me. Hang on. Let me go to Lee. Where is he? Pick me. Hang on, Jacqueline. I'm sorry. Let me go to Lee because I think he may be in Europe. And it's probably pretty late for him. If I can find him, here he is. All right. Lee, are you there? Existential Lee. I can't hear you. Nope, we're not getting anything, Lee. Oh, gosh. Are you there? Oh, we're not getting anything, darling. I'll come back. All right, Jacqueline, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, great. Thank you. Oh, we see you. Oh, look at you. You're so pretty. Hi. How can I help you, baby? How can I help you?
Yeah, is love going to be something for me in this lifetime? And also, I'm the boar from the past life that we talked about the other day.
I remember you now.
Yeah.
You're so pretty. I'm sure you have people just falling all over you.
Oh, I wish. God, tell me where I need to go.
Now everybody's seen you on the YouTube. You're going to get comments on, we'll go with you, we'll go with you.
Oh, my goodness.
Is love going to be something that you have in this lifetime? Yes, I do feel, but it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. You don't want to jump into anything. I feel like been there, done that, and not willing to do that again.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Quite horrific, actually. And you're very hesitant and you're not going to jump into anything. I feel like it's going to be a very long courtship, very long. And you may not be the type that ever gets married. And I understand that because, you know, marriage really this day and age, is it necessary? Yes and no. I mean, it is for legal paperwork a lot of times. And I don't know if you're going to be willing to trust somebody enough to get married to them. I think that you're going to be like, okay, I want to salvage myself. I'm not willing to give myself over again. So you do you and I do me, and we can get along and have fun, but I'm not going any further than that. So that's a blockage within you, by the way. You're not willing to trust anyone. But then I'm saying, look, have you guys seen the dating pool out there? I got friends that are single and male and female, and it's just a big disaster. I don't know how people are supposed to meet anyone online. It's just so bad. It's like, can't we just go out and meet each other like the normal way we all used to? But nobody even wants to ask anyone out in public anymore. It's like, oh, wait a minute, is she on the Tinder? Oh, let me see if I can message her and she's on the other side of Starbucks or something. It's so weird. I'm so glad I missed that. Now I'm showing my age. Anyway, I do feel like you will meet someone, but there's a definite blockage there that says I'm not willing to A, settle for anybody, which is good, but B, even when I do meet that person, I'm not willing to commit as much as they want me to. So that's a blockage.
Does that happen this year or this past relationship, or has that always been in me?
No, that hasn't always been the case. I feel like you were in something that was very traumatizing, and that's where you put your foot down and said, yeah, I'm not doing that. So you're not going to like this number within 5 years.
I'm okay with that.
You're so pretty. Do we have any single people here? All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Maybe
you.
I should just be a matchmaking service and no longer a psychic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, sweetie. All right. Let me try Lee again. Let's see. Lee, we're going to try you again. All right. Are you there, Lee? Lee, you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. Are you there? Oh, no. It's not working out for him. We can't hear you. Can anybody else hear Lee? Anyone else? No, nobody can hear you, Lee. I'm so sorry. All right. On to one more, and then I'm going to have to sign off for the night. All right, I'm going to close my eyes and just go up and down the list and see who I land on, because that's what Spirit is telling me to do. All right, Dano. Oops, Dano, are you there? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what happened to y'all. Where is everybody going? Okay, she can communicate with the spirit world, but she can't work Zoom. It's really quite pathetic, actually. I don't know what happened to Dano. Wait, Dano.
You unmuted me.
Who's me?
The cat.
Oh, the cat. Who's the cat?
Chris, the avatar.
Oh my God, that is so cool. How did you do that?
I went under avatar.
Wow. You're awesome. I don't know how to do that. How can I help you? Meow. How can I help you?
I wanted to know if I should move near my daughter, both financially and also because of flooding concerns that I have.
Okay. Should she move close to your daughter? I'm getting a no. I feel like it's actually going to be a lot more expensive than you think. That is so cool. You're like blinking at me and wiggling your ears. How do you do that?
It's following my face.
Oh, it is? So are you
when I'm
wiggling your ears in like human
No,
terms? That's so funny. I'm amazed by this. No, I'm actually getting that it's going to be a lot more expensive than what you think it's going to be. And I feel like, you know, you and your daughter can butt heads at times, right? And you don't want to be stuck somewhere. Yeah. And you guys then end up not talking, and because, you know, she can be a bit unpredictable for whatever reason. No matter how much you give to her, she becomes a little unpredictable. And she could say, well, I'm just, you know, that's it. I'm not talking. And so then you end up in a place with severe heartbreak because you've fallen out with your daughter, and it's a lot more expensive than you anticipated. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Oh my God. Okay, you have to put in the comments like how we all do this.
Okay, I will. Thanks a lot.
You're so cool. Thank you. Wow. Okay. All right. Lee is just dying to get on here, and I don't know how to make him talk. I have no idea. Chris, if you could mute yourself for me, because I don't know how to do that anymore. I'm sort of losing the plot here. And I'm going to go to Dan02. Dan, you're my last one. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Oh, great. Great. Thank you. How can I help you?
What lacks do I have with manifestation and or abundance?
What lacks do you have? Manifestation and or abundance, which was the theme of tonight's show, but as
Yeah.
always, we get derailed, and that's okay. Who are the people in your life? Do you have children?
No.
So who are the people in your life that you're close to?
Probably my parents.
Your parents. Okay. Hold on, let me go in. How old are you?
41.
Are you planning to have children?
No.
No. Are you sure about that?
I'm not I'm not married or in a relationship, and I don't plan on having kids.
Okay. I keep seeing kids for you.
Niece and nephew?
Is it the niece and nephew? I feel like you may have your own kids. I don't know why that's coming through, and then I have to tell you that. Okay. Anyway, that's possibly on the horizon for you. That for whatever reason you were supposed to hear that. Okay. Now let me go in and see what the reason for the lack is. You haven't found your purpose. You're not connecting with your purpose. You're just going through the motions. I feel like every day is kind of humdrum. Do you understand that?
Lately, you could say that. Yeah.
And it's just rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
And what I'm getting is, it's like, what am I doing here? What is this all about? Your actual purpose is so detached from money. That's why there's, this difficulty with manifestation, because I feel like you're trying to manifest a lot, right? A lot. And your soul is saying, no, he hasn't found his purpose yet. And until you find your purpose, you're not going to manifest anything that you want. You're just going to be humdrum. Now, I don't know about you, Dan, but I wouldn't want to be humdrum for another 30, 40, 50 years. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting like teaching, something about sharing and teaching other people. What is it that you do?
I'm a college coach, soccer coach.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a college soccer coach. Okay. And I'm getting that something to do with teaching people. Okay. Are you my Nike soccer guy from up north?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'm still getting teaching. Something to do with teaching other people, inspiring other people. Why do I keep seeing kids? I think that you're going to meet someone that maybe has kids, but you're not going to settle down with them, as in like move in and all that anytime soon. But there's definitely going to be kids in your life. Okay. I don't know if I told you that before, but I'm seeing that very clearly now. I see that it's a male and a female child. And I feel like you've got to really dig your heels in and teach people. And I feel like this teaching is on a very spiritual level. I don't feel it has anything to do with your job. I feel like it's teaching people the realms of spirituality. And I feel like this journey is just starting out for you. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it within our team also, of like law of attraction and manifesting positivity and all that stuff, but you see it on a bigger level?
I see. Okay. while we're on manifesting, let's talk about it, because I'm making some discoveries in manifestation. I'm working with a couple of people. One of them's here tonight. And we are talking about, like, why is manifestation so difficult? Well, part of the reason is because, again, you only get what you need, not what you want. You're trying to manifest a lot, an excess. And I feel like you do have sufficient, but you're always wanting more and more and more and more. It's never enough. Okay. And there's also this fear of never having enough. And so there's just this constant wanting more and more and more. Now, I do feel that eventually you will have it, just not in the time frame that you want it to be. Okay. But you will get there. But that's because you're supposed to enhance your spiritual journey. Now, a lot of people think that, law of attraction is great. Thinking positively is wonderful, right? I am going to win the game. England is going to win the next World Cup. I just had to throw that out there. I am going to, do this. I am going to do that. That really keeps you motivated. But then your conscious mind is against the universe. And the universe and the soul may say, well, actually, we have other plans for you. And therefore, you get taken down this pathway, or you're being blocked in so many different ways because there's so many lessons that you have to learn. Now, for you, it's finding your life's purpose. And, the other thing that we've come across in these manifestation probes is that each individual has their own individual golden key to the universe. If you go to the CTT channel, which everybody out there should be subscribed to, okay, because I've already got a warning from YouTube the other week. It's only a matter of time. I've already had a channel taken down before. Everybody needs to be subscribed to the other channel, and I'm going to create a new channel so we all stay in touch, right? Because it does happen. You can go through the last one that we did last week was finding our individual golden key. And man, that was powerful. It was crazy powerful. Like, so many synchronicities were happening for people. There was a lot of mass awakenings. I mean, it was huge. And so the key to being able to manifest, or part of that manifestation technique, is finding your own individual blueprint key to opening and unlocking the power of the universe. Now, each person has a different meaning as to why their soul does not want to access that key. However, you've got to work through it and find it. And it's a complex process. Now, that's just one. Yeah, that's a good idea. Put the videos on BitChute. And somebody says, well, Liz, why aren't you on Rumble? Well, because Rumble want to own your videos for the next 50 years. That's their new thing. Oh, you can use our platform, but we own your work for the next 50 years. No thanks. So each individual key has a blueprint, and each person, there's a reason. It could be fear. It could be, for me, this was so interesting. It's like, why can't I have this? And why can't I have that? And it was like, well, you can be cruel. So somewhere in the past life, maybe I did have this and that, and I was cruel. Who knows? However, we all have to find out individually on, what it means to our soul to have that golden key. So I would recommend doing that CTT session. You will get there though, Dan. You will. I promise you. And it's just going to take a lot more time than you anticipated. And it doesn't matter how much you have, it's never enough. Do you understand that?
Yeah, it's a fear thing with me. I know.
Okay.
Can I ask one thing?
Yes.
You kept saying today about, you have to have a conversation with your soul. What do you mean by that? Or like, how do you have that conversation?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. So we can all have conversations with our souls in different ways. Now, the way that I know right? And the fastest way and the most comfortable way to me as a person is through CTT. So we're sending information to our soul. There's a part of me that knows how to easily and joyfully manifest the optimum communication with my soul. I want to send the message of, and make sure when you guys are asking for stuff, right? Easily and joyfully manifest, always, always joyful abundance, always. Don't just say, I want to manifest abundance. Okay. And something major happens that's a catastrophe. Oh, here you go. Here's a check for whatever, but you got no legs, right? Don't do that. It's easily and joyfully manifest, and it's always joyful abundance. And you never want to label that abundance. Now, there's other ways of getting in touch with your soul. There's meditation, which I feel like you're quite good at meditation, actually. And I feel that you could actually write your own meditations. I don't know why that's coming through, but I feel that very strongly. And there's also like hypnotherapy. I keep getting hypnotherapy through lately. I think there's about to be an explosion in hypnotherapy. Some people can use Reiki. It's just whatever resonates with you guys, right? So it's whatever works for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Liz.
You're welcome. And England is going to win the next World Cup. You know that, right?
I'd be okay. I'd be okay with that.
But okay. Well, it's going to be over here, the next World Cup. Yeah. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to go. Just because, my oldest kid plays saxophone. I want him to join the little England band, with the drummers and the trumpets and the trombones and that. And I'm like, I would be so proud if you were up there, doing Sweet Caroline with your saxophone with the England band. So sorry, guys, you have to let me indulge a little bit. All right, Dan. Well, thank you so much. And you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm out of energy. I have to go clean my kitchen, throw in a load of laundry, the wonderful trials and tribulations of a psychic. I'm just like everybody else. And I just want to say thank you all so much for your support, your time, being, one with the group. We have the best group going every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central. If you guys aren't there, I'm sorry, you're really missing out. If not, you can always listen to the videos. And just thank you so much for everything that you guys do for all of us. So we're all working together to figure all this stuff out, because it's a big conundrum. So I really appreciate everybody tonight. I'm sorry I wasn't able to get to everyone. Those of you in the group, I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. So thank you so much, everyone. I love you all. Thank you.